Hey everyone, it's John from VG Revolution, and I'm here with a video I haven't done in a long time, but I'm going to take a look at the latest Xbox One system update. And this has been a long alpha preview program, I should say, process for this one. Usually they launch these a few weeks later, they actually launch it to the public, but with this update there's a lot of changes going on, so they've kind of been doing it really in waves, and they kind of restructured the preview program now, so there are a couple of different tiers, and depending on where you are and where you select, you can kind of get things earlier. So I'm actually in the alpha ring, they call it, so I'm getting lots of updates and I'm getting them quick. And what that's really cool is I get to try the new things out really early. And I figured I'd make this today because there was a big announcement today about the Xbox Game Pass, and you can kind of see it there on the right. And I have it, so I figured let's take a look at it. Let's show everyone what it's all about. I'm kind of excited for it. It looks very and sounds very promising. So yeah, let me just jump right into that first, and then we'll jump into the actual updates that are going on within the dashboard and the system itself and everything. I'll give you a quick peek at some of the new things that will be coming to the Xbox One system. So this is what they're calling the Creator Update, and it's adding a lot of stuff for developers, a lot of under the hood type things, a lot of new things that developers can do and how they can use the system to make games and even the apps even better. But like I said, let's jump right into the Xbox Game Pass. What Xbox Game Pass is going to be, it's going to be a $10 a month subscription service where you get apparently hundreds of games. Now, there's only a handful right now for anyone previewing it, but you'll be able to get hundreds of games. Apparently, they'll come in, they'll go out, and what's really neat with it, unlike the other competition out there, that their similar service is game streaming through it, where you're not actually downloading the game, you're playing it off of a server somewhere else, and it's kind of like virtualized on your screen and whatever. Not really good because you're losing a lot of fidelity in the compression that's going on, and controls can sometimes be a little wonky because, again, you got lag and stuff going on. So what Xbox or Microsoft is doing with the Xbox Game Pass is you're just getting access to these games. You can download them right to your Xbox One like any other game, play it, and it's beautiful because it's just the game. It's none of this other streaming nonsense that could be, causing problems and making the experience less than perfect. So anyway, let's get right to it. The quickest way, and they added this is a new thing that they've added, is getting into from the games and apps. So again, you'll see some stuff. I'll explain it after this about things, and then if you go down here to memberships, it basically shows you your memberships that you're in. So like I have Xbox Live Gold, so here's the 3 free games at the moment, and I also have EA Access. So here's the 3 latest that they've added, which is actually not updated because they just added Madden. But anyway, you can just go into EA Access and grab that stuff. And then the new one is the Xbox Game Pass. So if I go into this, it's actually going to bring me to a page on the store, and it will show me all the games that are available right now that I can freely download and enjoy as much as I want, really. Like I said, they haven't explained 100% what they mean by some games will come in and go out. Like EA Access, once the game's in the vault, it's always there. So they're not really totally 100% clear yet on how this is going to function when they actually take a game out. Do you lose access to it? I'm assuming you do. So that kind of stinks. But at the same time, if they actually can bulk this up to hundreds of games, then that's really cool. But it's going to be Xbox One and Xbox 360 games, as you can see, and basically it shows me that I just own all of them, and that's it. So I can come here, look through the library, and just pick the game and download it, basically. Oh, okay, so I see. It says what I have installed. So like I have Sunset Overdrive installed, and I want to try out the new Gears of War Ultimate Edition. So just go into it. I own this product because I have Game Pass, and I just start downloading it, and that's it. So it's simple as that. So this is really cool. It's, again, $10 a month right now. This is just in the preview. They just want us testing it. So there's only, what's this, 3, 6, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, like 20 games or so right now to test. So obviously this is going to expand if we actually go and look into the little image that they have on here and go all investigative. We can see Halo 5's right there, Saints Row, Mad Max, NBA, Batman, Lego Batman. I see Gears, I see Payday there. So definitely the library will improve in the future. I have the list up here. So here's the list of publishers. Some of the great and top industry publishers such as 2K, 505 Games, Bandai Namco, Capcom, Codemasters, Deep Silver, Focus, which is good. That's the farming simulator game. Sega, SNK, THQ, Warner Brothers, and then, of course, Microsoft Studios. And I would assume that they'll get more eventually. And so this is really cool. We'll see where exactly this goes and where this leads. But I just wanted to show it to you and just see how, again, easy it is to just get up and running with it. So I kind of like this new membership thing. It makes everything really simple. It looks nice, too. So, Xbox Game Pass, it's coming soon. It's right now available for testing for alpha folks. It'll be $10 a month. And I definitely look forward to hearing more about this and seeing where it goes. But this is really cool. If you're gaming on a budget, $10 a month boils down to $120 a year. There's no word if you actually subscribe for a year, if you'll get like a deal. That would be cool if they did. But so it boils down to $120 a year, and you're getting hundreds of games. It'll be interesting to see how new the games are. Like, I forget, when did Gears of War come out? I feel like that just relatively came out within the last few months. So I guess there'll be some newer titles in there. It'll be interesting to see if like a title is day and date as part of the program. I would think they would do that at least once or twice just to kind of spur interest in it, because that would be big if they did a day and date release within the program. So this is cool. A lot of Xbox 360 games. So if you like these older games, if you got kids, this might be really great. I mean, just, right now, look at all the games. I mean, Banjo-Kazooie right there, classic. So, it could be really good for some gamers out there, or I should say quite a few gamers out there. So that's it. It's coming soon. And like I said, let's take a look at some of the new updates that are coming within the dashboard. So as you can see, there's kind of a revamp look of it. You can see your backgrounds now a little bit better. Organization's a little bit slightly different. Pins and everything are still here, but the big on the surface change is coming with the way that the new, I guess we can call it a blade or whatever we want to call this thing on the left-hand side works now. When you push the Xbox button, you get this pop-up instead of going back to the home screen. So kind of similar to the old Xbox 360 blade stuff. Then you can get into everything. So it's really good for those that don't have a Kinect and you just want to get to things fast. So I mean, we have my recent games here, and even the pins are here as well too. So that's pretty cool. And again, you can get to this from anywhere, your games, your apps, and of course you can go home. Now they also did away with Snap. I know some people really love Snap for certain things, especially for achievements. So that they did away with that, but they've moved into like a picture-in-picture type thing, which kind of is going to give developers a little bit more flexibility on what they do and really not mess up the screen. I was kind of on the fence with Snap. Sometimes I liked it, sometimes I didn't. I liked it for TV. I don't have a TV hooked up to this, so I can't see how the HDMI in is going to work with it. But I would assume it's going to work the same way like this Achievements works now. So Achievements is just its own thing in here. And Project Cars I have launched in the background because I'm going to show you something with that in a second. And so it just shows you your achievements. What you can do is turn on the achievement tracker. And then if I go to configure the tracker, this is kind of where, the new picture-in-picture thing happens now. So you have a lot more, as you can see, there's a lot more flexibility in it. So, depending on where you're playing, maybe you'll put it somewhere else. You can put how many achievements you want to see. Maybe you just want to see one. You can adjust the transparency, and that's backwards. Or they want it to be more transparent, less transparent. So you got some more options there, which is neat. The other new addition is Beam. Beam broadcasting is now baked right into the Xbox system. Everyone with a Xbox gamer tag basically now has a Beam account when they sign in using their Microsoft login. And the way this works is basically you're going to launch a game. So this is why I had Project Cars launched. And as we can see, I have my little achievement tracker down there in the bottom corner. And then we're going to hit the Xbox button, open the pop-up. We're going to go in here, hit broadcast your game, and give it a second here as it loads. And so there we go. So now I can select what I want to have on. Again, there's also going to be an overlay. So if we go into here, we'll see we can set it someplace else. So, let's put it up there since I have my achievement tracker already set. And so you can turn on, you want to see the chat, you want your camera on. Obviously, I don't have a camera. You can set what your broadcast title is, and you just click Start Broadcasting, and basically there it goes. So I got my chat up there, and I can see there's no one watching me right now because I'm just recording this, and it's all right there in the game. So that's pretty nice. Baked in, nice and smooth, and not very heavy on the system, it seems like. That's the one thing I think Snap did. Snap really seemed to slow down the system a bit at times, and with these overlays now, it doesn't seem to be quite as much of a slowdown. So yeah, let's go in here and stop my broadcast, and then we'll go back to the home screen. Like I showed you before, we were looking through, there's some changes with the games and apps now, a little bit easier to find things, and they added this memberships tab so you can see everything that you're subscribed to easily. And this is really good now with the Game Pass and even EA Access, because now you can see your games right here, as well as Xbox Live Gold. It's all in one place now. The other day I'm looking around, I'm like, where did I want to download Force Unleashed, and it wasn't here. I couldn't find it. It was such a pain in the butt, and then I realized where it was. So the community tab, one guide, all this stuff, and store relatively. I don't think there's been any changes there. Now, under the hood, there's been a couple interesting changes. If we go into settings, and if we go into audio output, and hopefully, actually, I can't show you because my recording will probably stop. And that would be not good. But anyway, what they did is they added Dolby Atmos. So now you can use the latest Dolby sound codec for some amazing audio, and that is available for developers. Right now, if you're in the alpha program, it's available for Blu-ray playback, or on the S. So if you got some 4K Blu-rays that have Dolby Atmos audio, you can enjoy that awesome spatial sound and everything. So let's take a look, see if I can see here. See, that's the problem. I don't have a cable box or anything hooked up to this. I actually use DirecTV now, but so I don't think you can actually overlay this at the moment because there's nothing here. I kind of want to check that out, but yeah, there's nothing there, and there's no option to actually set an overlay spot. So that hopefully is a work in progress. Yeah, there's nothing in here. One guide. Let's see. Is there anything on one guide? Nope, there isn't. That's all basically the same. So there's TV. The TV input is still there. It's I guess a work in progress now that they've changed the way that Snap works. So Cortana has been updated a bit. I don't really use it just because I don't have my Kinect hooked up at the moment. I'll probably have to start using it once again in the future. But they made some updates with that, so you can do just basically she's tying into the games a little bit better. She's getting a little bit smarter. You can set reminders and alarms and things like that. So there's improvements coming there. I think she's still a long way away. I know when I was using it, not understanding me very well. So hopefully they do improve that quite a bit. But like I said, the big things is just the layout. It's really fast now. I got to say, I hate it when it was all sluggish and slow. So, and I really like this new. I'm going to call it a blade because it's kind of like reminiscent of the old Xbox 360 blade. So it works really well. I kind of like it. It takes a little getting used to, just because I'm used to hitting the Xbox button and going home. So you have a little bit more, if you're in a game, push the Xbox button. You have, you got to move it around now a little bit. If you hold it down, you still get the normal, pop up that you have to turn off the controller, turn off the system, and you have your game DVR buttons and stuff are all right here. So if I push that, I can start recording, and so I can just record just nonstop. So you have some more options here, which is nice. If you're in here, I should say, you can record up to 10 minutes just like that. And so they really have refined this. I gotta say, this is having played around with other consoles and lately, I just love the way that the Xbox experience and the dashboard and how everything just looks, and it just works, and it's natural, and it makes sense for the most part. There's very few things that I'm like, I can't stand how this is. Why is this like this? But maybe, like I said, the overlay stuff just needs to get kind of flushed out a little bit. That's brand new. So things like that. And let me turn that off because otherwise I'm going to be going insane about it. I don't like anything on my screens, really, unless I do that on purpose. So my Gears of War Ultimate Edition is now ready for me to start playing. I'm going to go enjoy it. Hopefully you like this. Again, Xbox Game Pass, that's the biggie. It looks awesome. I'm really curious what games are going to end up being in it. And I think it's going to save a lot of us a lot of money, especially if we don't need that game day and date. And there's quite a few games that I'm like, I want to play them, but I don't really need them right now. I don't need to spend that $60. So the price of 2 games, I'm going to get a library of over 100 games. That's awesome. I love that. Very, very good idea. So yeah. Anyway, make sure to hit subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to do some more of these update videos as far as the Xbox One dashboard goes. And now that I got my setup and everything all back up and running, I recently moved, so that's why my office is finally together. It's not 100%. I kind of actually want to change some things. I've been finding I need a bigger desk, basically. I don't have enough room. So yeah. Fun times. Again, thank you for watching. Make sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook, VG Revolution on both of those. And don't forget to hit subscribe here on YouTube and YouTube Gaming if you're watching over there. But until next time, keep on gaming.